Okay, our peak bloom coverage continues right now on WUSA 9. Welcome back in. The National Park Service said yesterday that we'd for sure be in peak bloom today, and lo and behold, we did just that. Our extensive team coverage continues right now. We've got meteorologist Kayla McGrath tracking how tomorrow's rain could impact the blossoms. But let's start with our Leslie Foster and Lorenzo Hall, who are down along the tidal basin on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better day.
Yeah, I think we got lucky this year, didn't we?
We really did.
Especially with the weather, the crowd.
We did. It's beautiful. I mean, the crowds are certainly out here, and it's exciting to see the peak bloom beauty all around the tidal basin for sure. Even with the wind and even with the blowing blossoms, we were just saying we've got peak bloom residue on our phones, on our iPads, on everything. So if you've got allergies, make sure you prepare before you come down.
And if you are at home right now and trying to decide when you want to come, today's probably the best day.
Today
the weather's great,
is the best
and the crowds
day.
are going to be crazy over the weekend for sure. But we have a lot going on outside of peak bloom, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
We do. We've got the Blossom Kite Festival. Why don't we introduce our guest here?
Yeah, we have head of engagement for Amazon, Patrick Philippi. Thank you for being here with us. Amazon's really sponsoring a lot of the events taking place over the next couple of days.
Yeah, so we've been working with the National Cherry Blossom Festival for the past 4 years, and our big thing this year is the Blossom Kite Festival, of course, which is this Saturday. We can't wait for it to be here, and I'll tell you guys, I brought a little prop. So this is,
how pretty.
It's windy, so we could fly it right now if
We
we want.
could.
But as you can see, it's a beautiful kite, and if you come down super early, there will be some of these kites available for people to have. I will say there's not too many, so you have to be really early.
You gotta commit.
You do have to commit.
Like, what's really early? Are you talking before sunrise really early? Or?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. But the good news is there will be Amazon volunteers there helping people build paper kites, which work maybe not quite as well, but they work pretty well, I can promise you. I used the one last year because I was not early enough to get one of these. And it's just a great day. There'll be, I think, 100,000 people or more typically turn out for the Blossom Kite Festival. So it's just an awesome day.
Why is Amazon involved with something like this?
Yeah, I mean, we love the Cherry Blossom Festival, but we also love it because this region loves it. I mean, you can see behind us, there's so many people down here today. I think it just is such a great way to welcome spring and just come together and celebrate these beautiful trees and this beautiful tradition. And also, Amazon just wants to be a good neighbor and a good partner to this region and this festival that everybody really loves.
Yeah, now we always talk about the tidal basin when we talk about the cherry blossoms in peak bloom, but there are a lot of events taking place across the region, right?
There are. So at our headquarters, just across the river behind me in National Landing, we're having our Pink in the Park series, and it has a lot of key events, but a few I'll focus on. So tonight, I know this kite might just fly away. So tonight, we have an event at Water Park, which is a park near our building, and doing an event called Pink Beats, obviously focused on music. There'll be DJs. It'll be a great vibe. So that's tonight and the next 2 Thursdays. And then on April 10th, we have one of our signature events literally in our office in the lobby. It'll be transformed into like a pink extravaganza, I would say. Okay. And it'll be focused, it's called The Art of Pink. And there'll be 50 local artists that have done all sorts of cool cherry blossom, of course, themed art. There'll be Japanese food and Asian-inspired food. And all of the local restaurants around there will be doing all sorts of cherry blossom themed food and nice little treats.
Be celebrating for a while, huh?
They sure will. I love how Patrick said the peak bloom may not be here, but the festival is here. The show is going on.
No matter what.
The show will go on no matter what. And hopefully, I heard you guys talking about, hopefully it's not too windy. I hope the peak bloom sticks around a while, because I know sometimes it lasts a while.
Yeah. It'll be a lot of fun to get these kites up in the air. There's something about kites that really connotes joy.
That is always beautiful.
I know,
So,
truly,
yeah.
truly.
Patrick Philippi, head of engagement for Amazon.
Thanks for
being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you
Pace
for
yourself
being out
too.
here.
You got a lot going on.
I know. Well, we all have to in cherry blossom season.
Listen, I was gonna hold on to this, but you might need it
I know. Actually, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna bring it Saturday.
for those committed people who are going to be in line before sunset and sunrise too.
I will have one for you there after sunset, after sunrise.
Sounds
sunrise.
wonderful.
All right. It goes on for a while.
Fantastic. Thank you.